I was required to take 3 additional subjects to my major discipline, mathematics, at UC Davis. And I fulfilled the language requirement. I fulfilled the American history, but the art you actually had to take a class in. And so I asked my mathematics counselor to stick me in a period that would go between the calculus of variations and whatever other math class I had. And it happened to be a class taught by William T. Wiley. He motorcycled in from Mill Valley, and he had those little computer cards that they give you in the 1960s with the holes in it, and it had your name and your, whatever. And most instructors would bring those to the forefront and read off, and you would answer, like if they said Miss Gagaris, then I would answer present. And he didn't do that. He put those cards in the bottom of his helmet, threw his gloves on top of them, his neck scarf, took off his leather jacket, and proceeded to walk around the room and gather up still life materials. Like if it had a cow's skull at one corner there, and a couple of bottles and a vase and some, cloth and this, that, and the other. We had, of course, dutifully gone to the student store and got our drawing pencils and our sketch pads. And he pointed at that and he said, well, guys, gather around and draw that. And he kind of exited for a while. And I'm just looking all around it. Oh gosh, there's the end of the cow's horn, and there's this, that, and the other. I'm drawing away. And he walked back in, and he kind of went around to each student. And by the way, the class size had dwindled substantially because those of us who weren't required to take said class had promptly exited because we had expected an instructor, or they had expected an instructor who would tell them, well, you will be doing an example of pointillist art, you will be doing an abstract, you will be doing a realistic drawing of a drape, and you will be graded on, accuracy and or inventiveness or whatever. But since none of that happened, and I didn't know any better, I thought art classes were like this, and I, got all enthused. And he made very favorable comments that very first day. And as the time progressed, I was more and more involved, and Wiley was a very patient and instructive person. He would actually bring me books from his personal library. It was everything from Antonio Gaudi to James Ensor to Albert Pinkham Ryder to Clifford Still to Matisse. And so I gradually became late quite a number of times to the calculus of variation. I don't think I would have been a very superior mathematician, but so it just caused me to go change my major. And I took every course I could because I had to make up all these units. And many, many people were just so wonderful and forthcoming, Bob Arneson, Wayne Thiebaud. I could do my painting and they would critique it. And occasionally we'd get a guy who would, put a drape and you draw that drape. I could draw a drape. It was just a very beautiful time at UC Davis because Dr. Richard Nelson had actually gone out and recruited people like Wiley and Tony DeLapp and just Elaine de Kooning, all these people kind of put in a very distinctive and different perspective for us students, and kind of put the University of California at Davis on the map. As a matter of fact, Bruce Nauman came specifically to study with Wiley. He also called my stuff icons. And actually, I think it's true. I mean, they are more icon than Bruce's kind of, surreal meditation. Anyway, we were just kind of this wild, bizarre bunch, and all the people would get together. One of the most special things was when Bob Arneson and Theo Giambruni did a bronze pour, and Peter Vandenberg would help. And it was just a time of ideas and styles being bandied about by kindred spirits, and not by, I'm the teacher, you're the lowly student type thing. And it was I didn't know what a special time I had hit there. No, I was just accepting this as that's how art departments are. Later I learned that different places have different environments.